Hey, what's up, boxing fans? This is Boxing Guru, and I'm back with a great video.
Whoa, that was a great fight, guys. Andre Ward got the decision, unanimous decision. All three judges were in favor, 114, 113. Although, I thought it was a close fight, man. I honestly thought, man, this fight was amazing. Because as soon as the first two rounds went off, man, I honestly thought Andre Ward was done, man. The way he got punched, man, and the way he was getting hit in the third round, man, I was scared, man. I was like, dang, man, I don't want to look like a dumbass predicting Andre Ward to win, and he's getting his ass beat. You know, man, I'm a big Andre Ward fan, but I feel like Sergey Kovalev slightly outpointed him, man. Even though Andre Ward came strong in the last half of the fight, I felt like he didn't do enough to be the champion. I feel like to be the champion, you got to do just a little bit more, back him up a little bit more, hurt him a couple of times, be the ring general, be the man in the ring, man, almost every round, like at least 7 rounds. No, my bad. At least 8 rounds, cause you know how it is when you ain't the champion. You know how it is. So you gotta win at least 8 rounds, and given that, Kovalev did drop Andre Ward 1 round, so that's a 10-8 round. So literally, Andre Ward, for him to win that fight convincingly, he had to win all 9 rounds. 9 rounds. He had to win 9 rounds, in which he did not. I felt like Kovalev won the first, second, third, and the fourth round. Even though the fourth round was close, I felt like Sergey Kovalev won the fourth, third, second, and the first round, and he got the knockdown. So that was, for me, that was enough for him to win. The other rounds were really close. They could have went either way. Even though I believe I don't know if it was the 7th or the 6th, one of those middle rounds, I also thought Kovalev won. So all in all, I felt like Kovalev won 5 rounds, but that knockdown really made the difference. The fight was close. The 12th round, it was really, I think, what sealed the deal in the eyes of the judges. Andre Ward came out there the 12th round because his coach gave him a really inspiring speech. He told him, man, you got to do this, man. He told him, you got to do this. Show me what you got, man. You got to come out there. You know what you got to do. He was pumping him up, man, and he came out that 12th round and he was coming at him, man. He didn't care if he got knocked out. He didn't care if he got hurt. He came out there and showed true heart, man. The heart. I've never seen Andre Ward come through such adversity and overcome so much obstacles in his career, man. Andre Ward, my hat's off to you, man. You did it. You got the decision. I don't agree with the decision. I thought Kovalev won by a small margin due to the knockdown. But even though, it's great, man. It's a great. I see what HBO is doing. I don't know if they did this on purpose, but it's a sellable rematch, man. The rematch will do better numbers. This is business, man. Boxing is business. We got to have another American champion. Mayweather's obviously out the picture, so I guess they're trying to push this guy to be the next Mayweather. Whatever it is, man, I thought Sergey Kovalev won by a small margin. And you got to realize I was picking Andre Ward to win. I'll even post a video of my reaction, man. I was turned, man. When they gave the fight to Andre Ward, I was screaming, man, to the top of my lungs. My friend was screaming to the top of my lungs. My coach thought Kovalev won. After sitting down and thinking about it, like clearly with a clear head, I thought Sergey Kovalev edged him by a small margin, man. But I'm glad he didn't get knocked out because we already know all the racists, all the haters, they would have went on and on and on, and we would have never heard the last of it. Oh yeah, he beat that N word up. I'm not trying to say the N word because I'm not black. I can't be using that N word like that. So you know how they are. You know how they use that N word in the most racial way possible, and we would have never heard the end of it, man. Would have never heard the end of it. And I think we all felt enough racial discrimination over the past year, especially with Trump winning. I felt like Kovalev winning would have just put the cherry on top of the ass shit cake of this year, man. But I'm glad Andre Ward won because then, the year wasn't that bad. Because, we won, racism lost tonight. And that's the way I see it. A lot of racists were going for Kovalev. Not just white people, racists in general. There's a lot of Mexicans that are racist. There's a lot of, other races that are racist against black people. I hate it, man. I love black people. Black people are my people, man. I stand by y'all. I'ma always stand by y'all, man. We gotta end this racism shit. Yeah, I'm drifting off to another topic in this video. Anyway, Sergey Kovalev, he didn't get robbed. Robberies don't exist in boxing unless it's like, ridiculous robbery, like it was a clear winner. This fight was close, man. I wouldn't blame you if you thought Andre Ward won, because honestly, he came back in the last half of the fight. The man came back, man. Put it how you want it. Being the Kovalev fan, even if you're a Kovalev fan, you got to admit it. The man came back the last half of the fight. He came back, man. He came back strong. You can't deny it. No matter how you chop it down, slice it down, cut it, you can't deny it, man. The man came back. He fought strong. He was using his distance. He wasn't able to capitalize on his inside work, man. I felt like that was another big factor because he wasn't able to use his inside work. Sergey Kovalev was using that brute strength. He was stronger than Andre Ward, so he wasn't able to use the inside work on him because Sergey Kovalev would push down on him or hold him in a headlock. So that was a big factor, man. I thought he was going to be able to use that more to his advantage. And if he would have used that more to his advantage, I think he would have won. He would have won every single round other than the first and second round. With that being said, all in all, it was a great fight. Well worth the money. And yeah, I was right in the prediction. I guess the right guy won. I guess I picked the right guy to get the decision. I didn't pick it. I picked the either majority decision or unanimous decision for Andre Ward. Even though I think Sergey Kovalev edged him a little bit because he's a champion. You got to realize, please, guys, do not backlash on my comments. This is just my opinion. I'm not a hater. Predicted Andre Ward to win. Just calling it how I see it, man. I don't want no bullshit channel. My channel's the truth, and it's always going to be the truth. Sergey Kovalev edged him by at least 1 point, man. Sergey Kovalev, you're going to have to go back to the drawing board and try to get your rematch. Maybe fight Adonis Stevenson, beat him, take his belt, get the rematch, man. You're going to get the rematch, man. You already got the rematch clause. There's no way around it, man. Andre Ward's going to have to give you a rematch. And when he does, I think Andre Ward's going to beat you this time convincingly because you know how already smart fighters are. Andre Ward figured you out in the last half of the fight. He already knows how you fought. He already knows how you fight. He has you figured out. So don't think for a second in the second fight you're going to win, because you're not. You're going to lose even worse. You might have won this fight by a small margin in my eyes, but in the second fight, I'll put my money on that shit. I'll put $1,000 on that shit. Andre Ward's going to outpoint you. You're not going to hurt him. You're not going to drop him. Andre Ward is far smarter fighter. The man does not know how to lose, and that's why he came back strong in the second part of the fight. He does not know how to lose. He has the heart of a lion, the will of a tiger. The determination of a strong person, the mind of a genius, the boxing skills of a legend, the speed of a snake, the reflexes of a snake, the reflexes of a mongoose. The man's a great in there, man. Sergey Kovalev, I didn't expect you to be that smart either. I didn't expect you to punch that hard. I didn't expect you to nullify Andre Ward's inside work. My hat's off to that. You put on a great game plan. Andre Ward also put on a great game plan. But I felt like Sergey Kovalev edged him because Sergey Kovalev was comfortable in there in the first half of the fight. He was really comfortable. Nullified his inside work. Andre Ward had to make adjustments. Sergey Kovalev didn't have to make adjustments. He fought that the same way he fought in the first 2 rounds. Fought him all the way to the 12th round. It was Andre Ward that had to make the adjustments. With that being said, my hat's off to Andre Ward. He got the decision. This is Boxing Guru. Please take time to subscribe. I'm out.